Welcome back to American Arms Channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Drake. Now today we're back out on the range on a beautiful late September afternoon, and we've got a 10 gauge with us again. We've got the Gold 10. I do have the double 10 with me, but that's for another test. Today we're taking a look at how tight I can get my turkey hand loads. Again, this is not going to be something that you're going to find in the store, but these turkey thunders, as I affectionately call them, are absolute gobble stoppers. They are 2.5 ounces of number 4 nickel plated lead shot. Now that is a lot of shot. That's a really high pellet count. That is over 320 pellets on average. I think it's more in the 330 something range, and it is a buffered load. I am using Cheddite hulls and I am roll crimping them, and I'm getting a pretty awesome setup. And now I've tested these and I've adjusted the velocities, and I'm going to say these are around 1125 to 1150 foot per second. I've labeled them for most of my loads as 1200 just because. I'm throwing about 39 grains of blue dot underneath a Ballistic Products BPD 10 slit wad. You can also use the BPD 10 tough or the unslit wads. Really, it's your preference when you load up your own shell how you want that to interact. I like the slit wad. I want to get that wad away from the shot as soon as possible, and I want the choke to be doing a lot of the work for me when it comes to condensing that. Now, I know what these will look like with a 705 choke, and I haven't showed you all of that yet, but I went ahead and ordered a Carlson's turkey choke. It's the same exact choke as what I have in the 705 constriction, but this one is actually .680. So this is pretty tight for a 12 gauge, let alone a 10 bore. So I'm really hoping this actually works really well to bring in that core super tight. I know with my 705 choke I can reliably kill turkeys past 45 yards with it, but I really want to see if I have a true 50-yard gobble stopper here with this load in this new choke. I've never shot the choke before. I literally just screwed it into the gun before I turned the camera on. So we're gonna take a look at this and see what we can get done. Our first shot's going to be at approximately 30 yards. I've got a rough circle down range. I've got a center circle that's my aiming point that's only about 5 or 6 inches in total diameter. And I have about a 10-inch internal diameter circle and a 16-inch outer diameter circle. About similar to what you would see when you take a pattern target for turkey hunting. You go and buy the turkey silhouette. I'm out of those, so I couldn't put that on the pattern board. But we'll take a look at this and we'll get a pretty good idea of whether or not it'll kill a turkey. So enough gabbing, let's break open this box here. And I loaded these up last month. We can take a look here. Got everything labeled, all third grader like with a Sharpie. Turkey Thunder, 2.5 ounces of nickel plated number 4 buffered. Ooh. Send her into the tube. Let's get ready to fire. Safety first, eyes and ears on. Let's take a look and see what we can get done. They definitely recoil, and I wasn't entirely prepared for that shot. It'll look pretty tight. Let's go downrange and take a look. All right, guys, so we can see right there, that's a pretty freaking tight core, and there's not too many flyer pellets. I think this is the right combination. I think this is going to be a 50, 60-yard turkey load for us. Maybe not 60, but definitely has the energy to kill a turkey at 60. But I'm really just looking for a reliable, cost-effective 50-yard and in turkey load, and I think this 10 gauge load is really going to be it. You can get better patterns with smaller shot, with TSS and other stuff like that, and heavy shot, etc. But you know what? Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good, and I like playing with it. So I think we just we back this pattern board up another 10 to 15 yards and do it again and see if we can walk our way out to 50. Well, we've got our next target board set up downrange at about 40, 45 yards. I don't have a laser rangefinder, so I'm just kind of pacing it off. So my paces are a little bit bigger than a yard. Came out to be about 41 from the muzzle to the paper. So I'm going to say that it's somewhere between 40 and 45 yards. So these Turkey Thunders, as I'm affectionately calling them, this 2.5 ounce load is pretty awesome. You do have a couple of powder choices if you're going to load these up. You can use Alliance Steel, or you can use Blue Dot. I've chosen Blue Dot. It seems to be giving me a better pattern with the Ballistic Products BPD 10 wad. The slit wad, for example, really you're going to have to play with your gun, your choke selection, and your components, but it's very possible to throw this together. If this were to be a commercial load, I think this is an awesome option, and it could be fold crimped if you wanted, but the roll crimp works out really, really well. So let's throw another Turkey Thunder in the pipe and send it down range at 40 yards. Let's get our eyes on. And this time I'll just hold dead center once again, and we'll try and not throw it a little bit high. But we're just looking for pattern core. We're not looking exactly for accuracy, because this gun in particular, if I'm going to hunt turkey with it, it's going to have the AimTech sighting system, saddle mount, and a red dot on it, zeroed for the load I'm going to be shooting at the birds. So this one is just for relativity. We're just looking at what kind of cores we can get at the distances we're shooting. Brutal as always, but let's go downrange and see what we got. All right, so anywhere between 40 and 45 yards here. Taking a look, and pattern looks pretty even, and we've got a fairly nice centered core. It'll still kill a turkey, but I don't know that this wouldn't be a limited shot. Now, it's definitely a little bit better together than the .705 choke that I've tested before off camera, but I don't know if it's exactly what we're looking for. Perhaps going to a number 5 nickel plated would be better, but this is very even, and once zeroed for the load, I don't think a turkey 45 and in is going to really escape. Let's back it up another 5 yards and see if we still have a killing pattern. All right, we're backed up to about 50 plus yards, and let's see if we can get it done. Gun rest here. Woof. All right, let's go take a look. I held just a touch high, but it doesn't look like that was entirely necessary. But we've still got plenty of pattern density so that a turkey really can't, let's see if I can get a better view there. A turkey really can't get his head anywhere in there without taking at least a couple pellets, and those number 4s definitely have enough energy at 50 yards to smack the living hell out of him. So I think we get this thing zeroed with a red dot on it, and 50 and in, it is game over for a turkey. And 30 and in, it's going to be absolutely brutal, and close enough, probably capable of decapitating a turkey. So I think mission accomplished for now. We can definitely tweak it and try and get better patterns, but the new choke, the 680, combined with just a quality hand load of 2.5 ounces, it's buffered with 5 cc's of original buffer by BPI, is the ticket. Well guys, just to wrap this up, let's take a look at these patterns here. Here at 30 yards, of course, as expected, incredibly tight, very dense. Man, it's a good looking pattern. And then here at 40 to 45 yards, we're really sparse. The more I think about this pattern, the more I think that somehow the pattern blew out. More testing is needed, but then we drop it back out to 50 to 55 yards. We actually have a better pattern than the 40 to 45 yard shot. So you know what? This is definitely a winning load. I am going to do a little bit of investigating in my hand loading, see if there was some sort of variance that might have caused that little bit of a pattern blowout. Not really any holes, just a bit more spreading than expected. The 705 didn't show that, but it showed an exponential amount of spread as you got out past 40 yards. So this 680 diameter is absolutely the ticket. I think a few more tests, and then of course mounting My red dot system on top of the shotgun is going to be what I'm going to roll with come spring of 2021. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe to stay up to date on everything we're doing here at American Arms Channel. God bless. Keep your powder dry. I'll see you in the next video.